Madam Chairperson, honorable judges, ladies, gentlemen, and fellow 4-H members. When's the last time you went fishing? Was it from a boat on the South Saskatchewan River, sitting on the frozen lake at Lethbridge, or standing on the shoreline at Rattlesnake Lake? We are here today to introduce you to the sport of fishing for amateur from the shores of our favorite fishing spot, Cabin Lake. My name is Eric Lest, and I'm Ethan Lest. We are members of the Urban 4-H Beef Club. This is our first year in 4-H, as well as our first time speaking at regionals. We are lucky to live near Cabin Lake. Cabin Lake is located in Cypress County, and is only about 20 minutes southeast of Medicine Hat. It was made in 1950 as an irrigation lake, but today it's also used as a fishing and camping area. In the past 3 years, the Alberta government has put over 120,000 ram trout into the lake. This is great for local fishermen because all these fish make them easy to catch. But there are some rules you have to follow if you're going to go fishing in Alberta. Everyone 16 years and older needs a license. Kids under 16 can fish for free. And there are limits to how many fish you can catch. Right now, you can only have 5 ram trout in your possession at one time. This includes any fish you have in your fridge or freezer at home. Limits are in place to make sure that everyone has equal opportunity to catch some fish when they decide to give it a try. Also, all hooks used should be barbless. Sometimes the fish you catch is too small to keep, so you have to throw them back in the water. When barb hooks are removed, they can tear the fish's mouth. Barbless hooks ensure that the fish returns to the water unharmed. The rules and regulations are available wherever you buy a fishing license, and they are also online. As well as knowing all the fishing rules, there are some important supplies you need to bring along with you before you head out to the lake. You'll need a fishing rod and reel with 8 to 10 pound test line. A tackle box and hooks have more than one. You never know when you'll lose your hooks to the weeds. You'll also need to bring along sinker weights, floats, and some different types of bait. You can also use a rod holder like this. You just stick it in the ground and it holds your fishing rod. If you're going to use a rod holder, attach your belt onto the end of your fishing pole and it will let you know when you've got a fish on the line. You can also bring along a fishing net and something to measure the length of the fish. We use this old ruler we got from our grandpa. It has an honest and dishonest side. The only time we use the dishonest side is for matching fishing stories with grandpa. It doubles the size of your fish. You'll also need to bring along pliers to help you remove the hook from the fish's mouth, and a big pail to hold all the fish you're going to catch. Bring along some bug spray and have a pair of rubber boots in case the shore is muddy. If you're going to be in the lake all day, make sure you pack along a lunch, maybe even a folding lunch to sit down. Fish seem to be most active at sunrise and sunset, so try to be at the lake early in the day or the last hours of the evening. When you arrive, the first thing you'll want to do is find a good spot. This is an area near, not in the weeds. Weeds are a pain because everything gets tangled up them and then your line can break. Then you've lost your fish and your gear. On the other hand, fish tend to hide in the weeds and swim just outside of the feet. By our experience, this is where the big ones are found. The enjoyment of fishing is a challenge of trying to figure out what's the right combination of hooks and bait to catch the fish. We've always used a thicker rig like this to catch ram trout from the shore. It has 2 hooks on one line, making the bait available for the fish to eat. Rainbow trout are a fun fish to catch because they're aggressive feeders and will eat the most unusual things. The trick is finding what bait they're attracted to on the day that you're fishing. Try putting a kernel of corn in hooks as bait, or a piece of hot dog, maybe even mini marshmallows. You can even mix it up and put different baits on hooks at one time. Attach a weight onto the end of your line so that it pulls your hooks under the water. The bigger the sinker weight is, the deeper in the water the hooks will go. Then attach a float onto your fish line to help control how deep the hooks go into the water. Because if you don't, your hooks will sink right to the bottom of the lake where all the weeds are. You want your hooks to hang in the water right where the fish are swimming. Now that you have all your gear ready and found the perfect spot, it's time to cast them out into the lake and wait. Sometimes it can take a while to get a nibble. If you're using a rod holder, just listen for the bell sound. If nothing's happening after a while, reel on your fishing line and check to make sure that there's still bait on your hooks. Sometimes the trout will steal the bait off your hooks for a free meal and not even get caught. If you still aren't having any luck, try changing something else, like your sinker weights or floats. You can also talk to people that are fishing around you and see what they're doing to catch fish. Fishermen love to talk about fishing. Then, when you least expect it, you'll hear a bell ring. Grab your fishing rod. You may have something nibbling on one of your hooks. Give your fishing rod a quick jerk. This sets the hook into the fish's mouth. You've waited a long time to get a nibble. Don't let him get away now. You'll know if there's a fish on the end of your line because you can feel him trying to swim away. Slowly but steadily, reel him into the edge of the shore, then use your fishing net to scoop him up. Use the pliers to remove the hook from the fish's mouth. And don't forget to measure him. If he's over 8 inches long, with the on side. Put him in your pail. Use a keeper. If he's too small, gently release him back into the water and let him keep growing. In a few years, he'll be big enough to become a keeper. Rebait your hooks and cast your line back out into the water. Congratulations, you've just caught your first fish of the day. Fishing is a great way to spend the day with friends and family. After you've gone fishing a few times, you think what works and what doesn't. Fishing takes some practice. Don't expect immediate success. Some days, you'll get lots of nibbles and have no luck in actually catching anything. Other days, before you know it, you're actually with 5 fish and it's time to go home. Fishing for no trout at Calvin Lake is fun, but we're lucky to live in an area that has lots of different kinds of fish to catch. Try fishing for yellow perch or northern pike in Elkwater Lake, or the South Saskatchewan River has goldeye and huge lake sturgeon. If you enjoy trophy fishing, then Bullis Head Reservoir is for you. You can only keep one rainbow trout, but it has to be over 50 centimeters long. That's way bigger than anything you'll find in Cabin Lake. Any way you look at it, you're going to spend a day outside learning a new skill. Fishing really is a sport you can enjoy your whole life. Just remember to look over the rules before you head out to the lake. And don't forget any of the supplies we mentioned. You'll have better luck if you get to the lake early in the day so you can fish from the best spot. But most importantly, have fun! And if you're lucky, you even get to bring home supper. And here are our references. And we're ready for the first question.
What's your best tip for somebody who has never fished before?
The question was, what is our best tip for somebody who's never fished before? Well, I'd have to say, just cast your line out away from the weed, like close to the weeds. The question was, what is a tip you can give to somebody that has never fished before and they want to go fishing? Well, I'd have to say is, if you know somebody that has fished before, bring them along so they can help you, so they can give you tips and stuff.